Come vibe with Amaryah.
Boy Lion.
On the Amaryah J Show. Come vibe with Amaryah. Tune up to the queen if you wanna feel blessed. She don't show love, why the world is so precious. The God in me. She don't settle for less. If you're rocking with the king, then you're rocking with the best. Why you rocking with Amaryah? On the Amaryah J Show.
Welcome to the Amaryah J Show, where Jesus Christ is first, and guess what? He loves you. Today, I am so excited to have as my special guest, Lady Des. Lady Des is a radio personality, event host, fashion influencer, inspirational speaker, and a public relations manager. Welcome to Lady Des. It is so good having you on my show. How are you feeling today?
I am wonderful. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you so much.
You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Who can say no to Amaryah J?
Let's start off with the first question. You are a radio personality, event host, fashion influencer, inspirational speaker, and a public relations manager. So, what made you go into each of these industries?
You know what? If I can be honest, none of it was planned. None of it was planned. Actually, I worked more in the corporate industry for the state of Florida for many years. And in my tenure there, I also started the radio show back in 2011. I wasn't saying I was really a radio personality or anything like that. I was just a radio host because my husband and I, we hosted our own radio show, the Real Love Ministry Show, which is still going on till this day. But let's fast forward later on down in life, right? I want to say maybe 2022, I want to say, that I came on staff at the radio station. I came on as a radio traffic coordinator. So one night I was sleeping, woke up the next morning, and right before I opened my eyes, I heard the word radio. And that was it. I woke up and it was just something different. It stayed on me like the whole day. So I remember my husband and I and my son, we were riding to church, and I told him, I said, we're going to be on radio. No one in my family, no one around me has ever done radio. So him and my son started laughing at me. They literally started laughing. And he was like, radio, what are we going to do on the radio? I said, I have no idea. All I know, the Lord said radio. That's what I heard right before I woke up. And look,
you're doing radio.
We're on radio. So, but you know what? After that, after I told him that, it was like a week later, I want to say, a week later, someone from the radio station contacted me because my husband and I, we used to do this big event, one of the largest events in South Florida for married couples called Night of Passion. And we were in the midst of planning that event. And I had already put the flyers up on Facebook and other social media platforms. And we got the call from the radio station. And the guy, he said, hello. I was like, yes. He was like, I saw your flyer that you posted on social media. And I think you all have something great. It's something that I never heard of before. I think you should come in and advertise on the radio station. And I was like, wow. I was like, this is amazing. You know, I just, like I said, I knew no one from the radio station. I never did radio before. It wasn't really even a thought, but I knew that we needed to advertise on a broader spectrum, right? So it came right in on time. And he said, you know what? Let's come into the station, and I want you to just look around and see how you like it. And that's what we did. So my very first time in the radio station, And I remember there was a couple there that was doing a live show when I came into the radio station to take a look at the contract and everything. And they were a couple doing a marriage show. So they invited me in. Yeah, they invited me in. And I'm like calling my husband, like, hurry up and get here to the radio station. They want to put me on air like that. So that was my very first time ever talking on the radio. And it's been history since then. We ended up with our own show. And this is our 14th year. We're going into our 14th year on radio. Yes. And now
Uncle Jay has been in radio longer than you.
Yeah, but he old. He's much older than me. So yes, he's much more experienced. He's been on there 30 years. And I'm just making halfway almost. And I will be coming up to 14 years. So and I thought that was it. I thought that was it, just me having the broadcast with my husband, but God continued it. And now I have Ladies Day Live Remix. I work at the radio station. It's just amazing, but none of it was planned.
Oh, wow. So do you like doing radio? Like, if you had something to do, like, before radio, what would you do? Like, besides radio?
You know what? I would be traveling around the world teaching customer service because I love people. And I always was like in management and leadership. So I would be doing something in customer service, training, going around to different companies. Yeah. I think that's what I would be doing.
You like those kind of stuff?
Yeah, because I love people. I love people. So and I love entertaining people. Yeah. So yeah, that would be my thing. So that's why I host and I do other stuff. All of that kind of came with the territory of what I was doing.
Okay, I see. So out of all the things, right? Out of all of the many hats that you wear, which one do you like the best?
It's out of. Let me tell you, I love radio. I love everything about radio. I call radio my happy place. But I would say I like event hosting too. I really do. I like event hosting. So it would be out of those two that I like the most.
Wait, hold on. Mom can edit this out. But the question was, out of all of the many hats that you wear, which one do you like the best?
Radio.
That was the question. The hats.
Oh, wait. Which hat, which meaning which area? Radio. I would like radio better.
Oh, wait.
I messed it up.
Huh? I don't understand. Mom put hats.
Right. Hats meaning because I do different things.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. No, that's okay. I do different things. So out of all of the things that I do, which one did I like the best?
Okay, yeah.
So whether it's radio, event hosting, PR. I don't know. I like them all because you know what? Let's talk about PR a little bit. Public relations.
We can start.
Okay.
We can start back because I messed up. I was like, okay,
Okay.
So we'll start
Tell
back.
Tell me what you want to start from.
I'll start back from the second question when I was talking about the hats and stuff.
Okay, you want to ask me?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it over and then you just.
Okay.
Okay. So out of all the many hats that you wear, which one do you like the best?
I would say I like them all, Amaryah. At first I was going to say radio, and then I thought about I like event hosting as well. but PR got a little twist to it too, which is public relations. And the
Yeah.
cool thing about public relations, you get to talk to all the artists and celebrities, and you know, that's cool. That's a really cool job.
Yeah.
Um, and you kind of get to know them more on a personal level. You get to know their real life, their real self. So I like doing that as well. I really like helping them as well. So now if I were to choose, it's just hard. It's just hard because those three would be my top three.
Um, yeah, I can tell you're like I don't know which one to choose. I like them all.
Know which ones to choose. Oh my gosh, because each of them have their have their own spot in my heart, right? And I'm just grateful to God that He has given me the opportunity to be able to work with so many different people and so many different facets. And like I said, none of this at all was planned.
Mm,
If I had listen, if I wanted to do what I wanted to do, I would still be working for the state of Florida. But God had other plans for me,
yeah.
and a lot of these things just kind of plopped in my lap, and it was like, "This is what you're going to do."
Yeah. I have those things, like not like when I soon wake up, I hear voice, but like when I write songs, I said this not on the show, but like before, like talking to my sister. Um, when I'm writing music,
Hmm.
I hear I'm like, okay, what rhythm, like what uh sound should I do for this next song? And I heard the word. I was like, wait, what should this song called? And um, I just heard holy, and I was like, what? What? I was like, am I hallucinating right now? I'm probably hallucinating. I was like, I'm hallucinating. Like, no, there's no way I heard that.
But you know what, Amaria, it happens like that, literally. So we didn't talk about fashion influencing, right?
Mhm.
Um, I've always loved fashion, and this is what I tell people. I said my clothes talk to me. They talk to me. So it's like like how you saying hallucinating is
Mhm.
it's like if I see something in the store,
Mhm.
it's like it's saying buy me. For real. It could be hidden away, it could be smashed in between something. And
Mhm.
if I'm walking by and I'm like, and it catches my eye, and I'm
Mhm.
like, what is that? I'm pulling stuff back on the rack. It's like it called me to it. And it's like that when I'm trying to put an outfit together or whatnot. And that's why I asked you. You remember? I like, do you like prints and patterns, or do you like her stuff in sets? How do
Yeah.
you pick outfits? Because
Yeah.
because it depends on how I feel as well. And
Mhm.
sometimes I can have a top and no bottom. And
Mhm.
then months later, I could be in the store and the bottom calls me over to it and say, buy me. And then it matches a top that I already had.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like that. And I think it's just God driven. You know, it's this is what He ordained for me to do. And I had no idea that me putting clothes together and taking pictures and posted them on social media would inspire people or inspire women. I had no idea that they were even watching. So that was a great thing.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, I'm definitely hallucinating. Like, there's no way I heard that. Because that was the first time I heard like a voice in my
Mhm.
head. That was the first time I heard a voice in my head. Because or was it? No, no, because I would. when I was younger, I heard voices calling, like I heard like a sound calling me. It was like Amaryah, Amaryah, and I would ask mom. I'm like, Mom, did you call me? I would ask everybody that was living in our house. I was like, did one of y'all call me? They'd be like, no. So I was like, oh no, there's a sound coming through my head, and so
Mhm.
I was like, no, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. But like
Yeah.
that was the first time I had a voice in my head for a song.
Mhm.
I just heard holy, and I was like, you are holy, and that's how that came. But yeah, I definitely hear voices in my head sometimes. Not often, not anymore. But like if I have a song that I want to write, I would hear that, um, and then I'll just go along with it. But yeah, you can definitely hear stuff in your head. And you can also hear God speaking to you, which I
Absolutely.
recently discovered. Um, so that's important to know that God is real. Because He speaks to you, and God has used me in a whole bunch of ways. Um,
Absolutely.
and it's good for the children to know that you don't need to have a relationship with God when you become an adult. You can have a relationship with God right now as you're a kid. And that's
Right.
what I have. I have a relationship with God as a kid. So I'm glad about that.
I'm glad about that too.
so, ooh, I think I got this question when you and MJ interviewed me. Like,
Uh-huh.
how do I balance my stuff? How do you balance your personal life and all the various work you do?
You know what? I don't know if I'm balancing it. Because I could be, listen, I could be all over the place sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say prioritizing is factor, right? Is real major factor for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my family definitely comes first. My husband
Yeah.
comes first.
Mm-hmm.
And then and then I'll channel everything else after that. Like, what are we doing? Trying to schedule myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do work in different areas and doing things for different people. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm a lot of things to a lot of people, and sometimes I feel like I need to be cloned and put one of
Yeah.
me there. But I would say prioritizing would be major, like what really matters to you most,
Yeah.
and that would be my husband and family, and then everything else after. I have to see what's the priority on the list from there.
Yeah, I got MJ asked me this like when y'all interviewed me. He asked me like, how how do you make time to do all the stuff that you do? I answered it. I don't know if you remember, but I
Yeah,
said,
you did.
yeah. I
Yeah,
was like,
you say you schedule and you plan the night before. That's
yeah.
so beautiful. I wish I could do that. I'm not there yet.
Oh, but you know, it's good to schedule for yourself because you need to have self love for yourself. Um,
Absolutely.
like how you said, family always comes first. God always comes first.
Right, right.
But yeah, family comes first, and then you always have to make time for yourself also because you need to have love for yourself. You have to know how to love yourself and not be so quick to be doing this for other people, doing that for other people. Even though it's good to, but you still need to understand that like you have feelings too, so that you need to um schedule what you like doing for yourself. I see you smiling over there.
No, you know what? Because you're right. You're absolutely correct. Because a lot of times we can be so busy doing everything for everybody else, and you forget who you are as a person, as an individual, because you get caught up in what you need to do here and there and everywhere. And sometimes you get lost in the shuffle with yourself. Where a lot of times, families get lost in the shuffle, your children get lost in the shuffle So you're absolutely right about planning and scheduling and doing all of that to make time for what you like to do as an individual.
Yeah. So that's one important thing that you need to know is to not you don't always need to be so quick to do stuff for other people.
Right.
Even though it's important to, like it's good to be nice to other people, but you also have to know to love yourself and to give yourself grace. Because my mom tells me that all the
Absolutely.
time.
Yes.
My mom tells me that all the time. Like
Yes.
you gotta give yourself grace.
I think sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, and that's another thing I say. Give yourself grace. Give yourself that time to make mistakes. Give yourself that grace and just relax, chill out.
Yeah.
Because you'll stress yourself out if you don't. Another thing that I was going to say, Amaryah, when you were talking, it reminded me it's okay to tell people no. It's
Mhm.
okay to say no. Sometimes people feel guilty for saying no, but if you don't learn how to say no, people will
Somebody's gonna
keep
take advantage to you.
yeah, absolutely. They'll keep using you. They'll keep taking advantage of you. They'll get what they want out of you, and not saying that you do things to get something in return, but when they know that you're not looking for anything or asking for anything, they'll just keep tugging on you and pulling on you. So it's okay to say no because trust me, when you say no, you know what they're gonna do? Find somebody else. So
Yeah.
it's so you just have to be okay with a no or
Yeah.
saying no so you can take care of yourself.
Yeah. So all the people who's watching, it's okay to say no. Because I know some people they're like always saying yes to other people. I'm like, no, you gotta give yourself grace. Like, it's fine to say no. Like, it's not like you're gonna be in trouble or anything. Like, sure, like if your mom says like do this or do that, like if it's like telling you go wash the dishes, you're like no.
No,
um,
you don't do that.
no, don't do that. No. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. But, if somebody's like a stranger or something, if there's like asking you or like they'll keep taking advantage of you and you just don't want to hurt their feelings, it's fine to say no because that's how you're gonna prevent from people taking advantage of you. So it's fine to say no.
Yes.
Um, so I know that you can do all things through Jesus Christ who gives you strength, right? Because everybody can.
Right.
So please tell us, when did you receive Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and how has your life been since you've received Him?
Listen, I was raised in a church. I knew everything about church, right? But I want to say in 1997.
1997?
Were you born?
No. No, you're asking me. I was born 2012.
He was born in 2012. Though. Listen, I gave my life to Christ way before you were born.
Mm-hmm.
And
Way before I was even thought of.
yes. And yeah, it was like 1997, I want to say, that I gave my life to Christ. And when I gave my life to Christ, I needed to at that time because,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I was raised in a church. I grew up. I knew everything about church, but and I heard about God. I heard the testimonies of the older saints in the church, but it wasn't until I became an adult and began to live life on my own to really realize how much I needed Jesus Christ, how much I needed his power and his guidance. And me being an adult, I realized too, no longer can I piggyback off of my mom and my dad and what they said, that I needed a relationship with Jesus Christ myself. So since then, my life has been great. Even through adversities and hard times and struggles and fights and ups and downs and all of that. It was Jesus who took me through. It's Jesus right now who's still carrying me through everything that I go through. So I listen. There was a saying back in the day: I'd rather have him and not need him than to need him and not have him. So I'm so glad that I got Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Did I lose you, Amaryah?
No, 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 no. I'm just thinking, when you say that you had so many trials and tribulations, your ups and downs, that is definitely something that I think all of us should know, is that even though you receive Jesus Christ, just because you receive Jesus Christ doesn't mean that what you go through is not going to be hard,
Absolutely.
because there's going to be some hard times, and that's important, because people think when they're like, oh, when I receive Jesus Christ, that I'm not gonna have no hard times. No, you're still gonna have some hard times, but it's just your life turns around. So after you get out of that war or that battle, Jesus has a blessing for you that you wasn't expecting at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And and you're right, Amaria. When people say they accepted Jesus Christ, they feel that everything is going to be peaches and cream. They're going to be happy every day. But, unfortunately, that's not always the case, right? The Bible speaks of us having trials and tribulations, but what he says, count it all joy. Count it all joy because I trust that God is going to bring me through everything. If God allows it, this is something else I always say. If God allows it, there's definitely purpose in it, right? So if God allow a trial to come or He allow hard times to come, there is definitely purpose in that, and I just try to learn whatever that lesson is, whether it's me making a bad choice or making a mistake or whatever the case may be. I just need to learn from that mistake, or what it's certain things you can't even run from. It just happens. And even during those times, you have to know that God is with you. God
Yeah.
is with you, and He will never leave you. He will never forsake you. So we have to always remember who God is and what His word says, because He's not a lie. So, I just count it all joy. And people see me laughing and smiling all the time. Even when I'm sad, or even when I'm not having a good day, it's because I choose to do that regardless of what I'm going through. So, me smiling, me being happy, it's my choice to be that way. Because if I let the trials and tribulations and the hard times of this life bring me down, I will be stressed out and depressed and with a whole lot of health issues.
Mm.
So I choose otherwise. I just remember God's word. I hide it in my heart, and I just choose to count it all joy and to be happy.
Mhm. Come on, Holy Ghost. I'm feeling I'm feeling a feeling of release. I don't know what it is,
Wow.
but I feel somebody that is going to be watching this is going through something terrible, and I feel the sense of release.
Wow.
Break it.
Mm.
Somebody is going through something terrible right now, and they need prayer. I feel a sense of release right now.
Jesus, Jesus.
I just feel a sense of release. Because what you said, people see you smiling and they see you laughing when you're really going through something terrible.
Absolutely.
Somebody is going through that right now. I feel it. Y'all gonna make me have church in here.
Jesus.
Somebody
Wow.
needs to start praying more and needs to start being more. I don't know. I feel all I hear is release. Release,
My
release,
God.
release. Release anger, release pain, release any kind of trauma. Not just as an adult, but as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Release, release, release. Yeah.
And you know what? And sometimes when God give us the word, and you felt the word release on you so heavy, um, and maybe that was just an opportunity for you as well, uh, to release and to get some of that stuff off of you. Sometimes we don't really realize the weight we carry around, you know, um, and you just have to release that. You just have to, talk a lot about it or talk about it. But I'm just grateful that you have released it and you're good, because you got to remember that the enemy always come to do three things: kill, steal, and destroy. Destroy your life, destroy your purpose, destroy your drive, destroy your joy, destroy your happiness, whatever it is that God purposed your life to be. The enemy's job is to steal, kill, and destroy that. But God came, Jesus Christ came that you might have life and have it more abundantly, because God said no, no. I came that you might have life, and you gave your life to Christ. You gave your life to Christ, so you made a choice. You made a choice, Amaryah, and God is going to definitely bless you abundantly for choosing Him, because the enemy always tries to come and to trip us up and make us go lose everything that we worked so hard for. You have such a bright future ahead of you, and sometimes we don't see what God has for us, but the enemy knows. He sees our potential, he sees our gifts, and we are a threat to his kingdom. We are a threat to him. He doesn't want us to help. He doesn't want you to help other young children your age. He doesn't want you to inspire adults. He don't want you to tell other adults and children, come to Jesus Christ. Let me share the good news of Jesus Christ with you. The enemy doesn't want that. So, he stays on his job all the time to kill, steal, and destroy. But you, Amaryah, made the choice. And I'm so glad that you made the choice. I didn't know it and I didn't understand it back then, but I'm glad I made the choice. And like I said, I don't get everything right. I don't get everything right. I have made wrong decisions. I have went the wrong way a lot of times. But because God's grace and mercy kept me, and I still chose Jesus Christ. I chose life. And here I am doing what I'm doing. I would have missed all the blessings that God had for me. So don't miss his blessings, Amaryah. It continue releasing, continue enjoying life, continue what you're doing, continue loving, Continue being positive. Continue sharing the good news of Jesus Christ. Because what I found out, although some people may say, "Oh, your smile, it's a lot of mess behind that smile. That smile ain't real. People can't have a happy life if you portraying that your life is happy." Listen, I choose this. I enjoy life. And no matter what negativity people try to throw at you because they see Amaryah happy and joyful, don't allow nobody to take that away from you, because that's the joy that God gave you.
Yeah, I'm okay. I started tearing up. Again, I'm an emotional person. Okay, Amaryah, be happy. Be happy. Okay.
You definitely touched my heart tonight. You really did. You definitely touched me tonight.
So, oh gosh, I'm still in the moment. Okay, what is your favorite scripture?
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path.
That was so quick. That was the quickest answer I have ever heard in my entire life.
I love it.
That was so quick. Okay. Ooh, now we're talking about music again. What song keeps you going and really encourages you?
Whew. You know what? There are several. And as I grow in life, that song changes depending on the time that I'm living in. So at one point it was Never Would Have Made It.
Mm.
And right now it's two songs. I would say Vashawn Mitchell, He's Turning Around for Me. And the other one would be Kurt Franklin, My Life Is in Your Hands.
I don't think I know that song.
You don't have to worry or don't be afraid. Yes.
I don't think I know that one. I've heard some of Kirk Franklin songs, but I never heard that one. I don't think I.
Yeah, check it out. My Life Is in Your Hands. I think that's some of it. Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard of that one. I don't know. I have to see. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is black. I like black. I wear black a lot.
Background is black.
Mm-hmm. But I'm venturing out into other colors. But yeah.
I mean, black is pretty. I mean, black goes with everything. So
yeah, black goes with everything, and it's just easier to manage with black. But now I'm working on little purples and maybe some pinks. I'm really not girly like that, but I'm getting into pinks and stuff. So I would say black, and then purple probably would be my next choice.
I'm wearing a black shirt right now. You can't see the full one, but I'm wearing a black shirt. So we have talked about your business. We have talked about which hat you like the best. About your personal stuff.
So Amaryah, you were talking about hearing voices and hearing the voice of God. How did you distinguish this was the voice of God and this was some other strange voice?
Because when I hear a voice, I get this immediate feeling of like I know it's not of God. And then when I hear a different voice, I feel like it's from God, and it actually is. But when I kept hearing those voices say Amaryah, I felt this is not God at all.
Wow.
And I even had that in a dream before. I was sleeping and I had a dream. And I was in my room. In the dream, I was in my room writing in my diary. And I just saw like this glowing uh person coming, and it was right in front of me. And immediate I was like, that's God. And then I saw him. He was like those voices that you heard that morning. That was not me. And then I
Wow.
instantly woke up. I was like, um yeah, I get this
That was
immediate
powerful.
yeah. I get this immediate feeling like when something's calling me, I get this instant feeling like this is not God at all. And some of the dreams that I have, I know it's not of God, but most of them I know it's of God. So that's how I know like which one is God and which one is not of Him. Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good because so many people still today can't distinguish, God's voice from strange other voices,
Mhm.
And 9 times out of 10, if you hear a voice that's telling you to do the wrong thing, right?
Yeah.
Then that's definitely not the voice of God. But God is always, pulling and telling you, what way to go and the right things to do. So that was good that you were able to distinguish that. But I believe that God came to you in that dream so distinctively to let you know, hey, that was not my voice. So that
Mhm.
that was powerful.
Yeah. What would you tell like what you're doing now? What would you tell your younger self?
Be more prepared.
You have to be
Be
prepared.
ready.
Yeah.
Be more prepared. And I say that because like I said, none of this was planned at
Mhm.
all. And sometimes we hold ourselves back because we feel like we don't deserve it or we're not prepared for it or whatever the case may be. But I would just tell my younger self, be ready,
Mhm.
always be prepared, not trying to get ready, not trying to get prepared, but just always stay ready.
Mhm. That's a good thing to tell yourself because you never know what God has in store for you. Um,
Hmm.
like right now, you said none of the stuff that you're doing now is planned.
It's
So
planned.
that was just out the blue. So
Right. And you know what, Amaria? Not knowing that everything that I was doing prior to this, my experience for working with the state, my experience from helping my husband because my husband had an entertainment business. He used to be a DJ, and I used to burn his CDs and stuff like that for him. Not knowing these little intricacies, working in ministry, working, and that's why I tell people don't despise small beginnings. Everything that I did in the church helps me with what I do in my business or do for others. you know Counting money, hosting in church, MCing, being the MC of the Easter play, all of these things prepare you for the next level, and you have no idea that this is what it is. But now as I look back, Amaria, I would definitely tell my younger self, be prepared, be ready, because you never know when that opportunity is going to come.
yeah.
Because a lot of times you feel that you're not ready or prepared, and opportunities pass by. You give it up, or you want to pass it to the next person. But God, God made me. It's like He set everything on my lap and say, "This is what you're going to do because you can do it."
Mm, yeah. Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Um Yeah, always be prepared, you guys.
Yeah, and be ready. Be ready to go because opportunities are going to come.
Yeah.
And you have to know I can do this. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be confident and say I can do this.
Yeah. Um, to that person who needs an encouraging word, could you um give them an encouraging word to them?
Yes, I can give an encouraging word to them. And just like I said to you, Amaria, don't allow no one or nothing take your joy or steal your joy. And we're living in a time right now, even after this election, you
Yeah,
know,
I found out that Donald Trump was the president. I was like,
there's so many people that are dealing emotionally with that and just a whole lot of other things going on, whether it's family issues, family traumas, whatever the case may be. My encouraging word is don't give up. Give it over to God. Don't allow the issues of life to take your joy, because the Bible says that we're going to have these trials and tribulations, but count it all joy. And people may ask, how can I have joy in the midst of my trials and tribulations, in the midst of my hard times? That's where you exercise your faith and believe that because God said it, I know that God is with me. He will carry me through every hardship, every hard time. And I don't have to get up. I don't have to give up. Not get up. I don't have to give up, but I need to get up. I need to get up and still do what God has called for me to do. I need to get up and still enjoy life. I need to get up and not allow all of these things to take my smile or my joy away.
mm-hmm.
Amaria, I know that you were saying that you love singing and you're doing this new single, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
and you have about 5 songs on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is your favorite? Which one is your favorite song?
That I wrote.
Yes.
Hmm.
Or
Okay.
it's on your album, your new release that's coming out. Which one you think is your favorite song?
Hmm. I would have to say my three, well, 2.5 gospel songs. Um, which is "You Are Holy." Um,
Okay.
that's the one I told you when I heard the voice, I instantly heard "Holy." That was the
Mm-hmm.
first gospel song I wrote. The second one I wrote was "I'm Still Here." That one is one of my favorite because it's powerful to me. I love singing it all the time. And the new one that I have coming up.
Okay. So you got 3 top favorites. That's great. That's great. I can't wait to hear it. Do you have a release date?
No, not currently yet. I would ask my mom like, can we like record the songs on the stream?
Oh no. You listen,
I
you
wouldn't be able to do all that.
I listen, you want to do it right. You want to do it right. Because you never know who hands this album is gonna fall into. So
Mm,
you want to make sure. You remember I said being prepared and being ready and doing it right. Do it right, girl. Be
yeah, because
prepared.
I'm gonna ask my
Because
mom.
you never know who's going to listen, and this may be your opportunity for that big break.
Yeah, I like gospel music the most.
Hmm.
Mhm. I love think it what's that song called from CC Williams? What is that song called?
Is it the I love you, Lord?
Yeah, is that what is it called?
I can't think of it now. And my little niece sings it all the time.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. CC one. Oh, also Byron Holton, the one who.
Byron, we love Byron.
Yeah, he's a great artist himself.
Yeah,
Um,
he's a great person. Byron is a great person.
Byron,
Yeah.
I hope you're gonna be watching this. I'm gonna tell my mom to send you the link. Yeah, Byron Holton. He's the one who made my theme song.
Right, right. I remember you saying that. You have one of the greatest songwriters and producers
Uh-huh.
who wrote your intro. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love my intro. When I first heard it, I started crying
I heard.
because I
Uh,
told you.
yes, yes.
But
I
I.
mean, but that's something, you know what, Amaryah, that's something to be very proud of,
Mhm.
honestly. Because at your age, not so many children get the opportunity that you have. So you're such an inspiration to those children because they're going to look at you and say, if Amaryah is doing it, I can do it. Sometimes we make children feel that they're too young.
Mhm.
They have to wait until they get a little older. No,
No.
no, you can do whatever you want right now. If being a radio host is what it is, then do that. If you like finances and you like investing, you have children that are learning the stock market and are
Do it.
yes. So I don't think you should limit people or limit children to do what they like to do or inspire them to do or
Age.
aspire to do. That's,
Yeah.
that's the word I should use. That they aspire to do. They're never too young.
Mhm.
They're never too young because there's so many youngpreneurs that are out there that are really making a difference. So, I love your boldness. I love your courage because you're definitely stepping out and you're definitely making waves in your community and those around you and connected to you. So that's great, Amaryah. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have one more question. This is the last part. I promise you. I'm not gonna hold you. No.
No,
No.
you're fine.
When did you first meet MJ?
When did I first meet MJ? I met MJ a few years back. And guess what? I always knew that MJ was going to be my friend. I didn't think we were going to be as close, but I knew that he would definitely always be my friend. And
Uh,
even way before we became very close, MJ's birthday is May 14th. My birthday is May 13th. We're
Whoa!
actually a day apart. Yeah, we're actually a day apart. And there's another radio announcer that is also at the station. His birthday is May 13th. So all of us together, we've been celebrating our birthday. But even prior to me working at the radio station and everything, I will always send MJ birthday wishes because I thought it was cool that his birthday was the day after us. So I would say about almost 2.5, almost 3 years now. We've been very, very close. We're besties. That's my bestie. So yeah, we always knew each other, but in the past 3 years we became very close.
Okay. And I was like, wait, huh? Y'all knew each other 2, 3 years ago? I was confused.
No, well, we always knew of each other, but we became very close friends, besties, about 2.5, 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh? I was confused.
We're always together. We work together. We're in the community together. We're always talking. We have our shenanigans live that we do, where he's always.
I was on
So say that again, Amaryah.
the show that I was on.
Yeah, right. So, and we also do one at the station where, you know, and that was another thing that just happened. We didn't plan to do that. One day, MJ just took my phone and he started recording live, and people just started watching, and that's kind of how the shenanigans got started. We called it the WMBM shenanigans because we were always at work. And yeah, it just kind of caught fire from there.
Oh, well, that's crazy.
Let me tell you about my family. So I've been married to a wonderful man for 26 years.
Oh,
Yeah, we've been together for 28 years, and we have 4 children. We have 3 girls, 1 boy. I have 3 grandkids. What else? And they all range from the ages of 32 to 21.
okay, wait. Wait, you have a girl and a boy, or just 2 boys, or just 2 girls?
I have 3 girls and I only have 1 son. So I have a 32-year-old. I have oh my gosh, my daughter is going to be 30 tomorrow. And my baby girl is 21. My son is 27.
So the oldest is 32?
32.
Whoa. Thank you, Lady Des, for vibing out with me on the Amaryah J Show. And thank you to all the listeners. I truly appreciate you all. And always make sure to tune in every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on envisionhappyradio.com. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
Come vibe with Amaryah
Boy Lion
on the Amaryah J Show. Come vibe with Amaryah. Tune up to the queen if you wanna feel blessed. She don't show love, why the world is so pressed. It's the God in me. She don't settle for less. If you're rocking with the king, then you're rocking with the best. Why you rocking with Amaryah on the Amaryah J Show?